Well, we're through the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. We've got to January. We've also managed to find some heat wave in the air in England. That's why the window is open today. We found a new striker out of the youth system, and we'll also have an injury crisis. So a hell of a lot has happened since Monday. Hey guys, welcome back to more Football Manager 2018 and part 5 of season 15 of the Journeyman with Southampton, and today we have two matches, one in the Premier League against Wolves and one against Brentford in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. So, since you were last with me, we have played quite a lot of matches, it has to be said. I think the last episode was Newcastle and West Brom. So we have played a lot of matches, played a lot of football, but that was the intention. You know, we drew 2-2 against Bournemouth. That was disappointing. We were ahead in that game for a long time. We then dropped points against Swansea as well. We were ahead in that game. We did beat Watford 5-2, Infante getting a hat-trick, Glatzel also scoring there. We then lost 4-1 to Man United, and that was a little bit of a catalyst for some poor form on the way. We did beat one of today's opponents, Brentford 2-0, Hugh Jones getting their 2 goals there, so that's a good sign for this next match. We then disappointingly lost 3-2 to Fulham. We were at least level in that match. We did go 1-0 ahead in that game, but eventually lost 3-2. We then lost 3-2 to Everton as well, which was disappointing. We were 3-0 down, brought it back to 3-2, couldn't quite get over the line and back on to level terms. We then beat Bury just 3-2 in the FA Cup away from home. A great result against Chelsea after extra time, and then we beat Tottenham in the Premier League, and you can see a brand new name on there, Ben Reid. He's a 20-year-old English striker. He's come in, he's scored, I think 4 goals in as many games, or 3 games. Actually, he's come in this season from Hull. I think this has been director of football sign. He's been down in the reserves. He scored 6 goals in 7 starts down in the reserves, so he is a good player, and hopefully, you know, this is his coming of age. He is our 7th best striker in the squad, but we have had an injury crisis, as I say, and you know, it's still ongoing really. You know, we look at the squad, most of the players are injured down here, but they're coming back soon, hopefully. So yeah, John Bird returns to the bench today, but after scoring in his first 3 matches for the club, I think Ben Reid deserves a little bit of a chance in the first team today against Wolves. So let's have a look at that team lineup after we've looked at the Premier League. I realise I haven't shown you that yet. And, you know, 14th place doesn't look that good, but when you see that we're only actually 3 points behind Leicester in 10th, we're only actually sort of 10 points off Europe at this point. We're well ahead of any sort of relegation battle, 13 points clear of that, which you wouldn't expect to be in 14th place at this stage of the season, but the bottom 3 are just cut adrift at the moment. Brentford are the next worst team, and they're 6 points clear, so it is looking rather ominous for the bottom 3 teams there. So let's have a look at the team for today. We have Ibrahim in goal. We've got Abrahamson, Bartlett, Balaban and Biaggi in defence. We've then got Restrepo and Makarov in the middle. A very settled midfield partnership, that is, with Infante, Venegas and Aguero starting behind Ben Reid up top. So let's get into it. Wolves are a team below us. I think they're in 16th place. It should be a game that we're looking to win, but we did lose 3-0 against them earlier in the season, when it was a similarly sort of approached game. We wanted to win it, but we couldn't quite get over the line. But we have played very well, at least the last 2 matches. We played excellent against Chelsea, and Tottenham we beat as well. So hopefully we can come out today against Wolves and get the 3 points and move up in the league a little bit, move towards that top half, because I think that's where we deserve to be. Makarov into the middle, Bartlett over the bar. Unlucky there, Share. Here's Fardy, now on the ball to Montero. Miners gets it away. Balaban now to Venegas, to Restrepo, to Ben Reid. Back to Venegas, Makarov. Ooh, it's away by Fardy there. Bartlett. Aguero, that's forward to Ben Reid, and he scores again. That's 4 games in a row. Ben Reid has scored. A new star is born. Aguero with the assist. It has to be said, it was a bit of a comedy of errors from Wolves there, but a lovely ball through by Aguero, and Ben Reid was there to put it in the back of the net, and it's 1-0. Good start after 5 minutes. I was slightly worried that we wouldn't quite do as well today, but we are up to 11th as it stands, which is really, really good, and hopefully that can continue throughout the day. We have a positive goal difference, and I think that's a great reflection of the kind of team we are. I mean, Brighton up in 6th place have a negative goal difference. You know, we have been pretty sound going forward, but just as sort of shaky defensively as well. But we're not shocking. We can score goals. We can outplay teams on our day, as we showed early in the season with a 7-1 demolition of West Ham, who were up in 8th place. So we can play on our day. We have been a little bit unlucky with injuries. I was going to go out and buy another striker, but then Ben Reid has just come on the scene, and I don't really see the need to go out there, spend money. You know, we've got John Bird on the bench, he's back, and Hugh Jones and Glatzel will be back in the coming weeks. So at the moment, I'm inclined to not buy anybody in January. Save our money, keep the finances strong going into next season, which is obviously going to be our moving year, as it would be. But Infante is going to come off. We're going to put Magomedov in there. Aguero hasn't been that impressive either, so we might put Brett Worthington in there. He likes to come on and score a goal sometimes, so hopefully that'll happen today. Here's Venegas, gets it forward towards Worthington. Here's Venegas again. Magomedov, Restrepo to Venegas, and it's in. Eduardo Venegas scores. It's 2-0, and that is job done, you would have to say, in this match now. We're going to go counter-attacking for the last few minutes of the match. It was a good ball through by Restrepo, and Venegas put it into the back of the net for 2-0. Here's Daily Miners forward. Now here he is again. Back to Dimitrov now. Dimitrov on the ball, gets it forward to Sariava. It's a good shot, but just off the post. Yeah, that could have been a lot worse. Here's Worthington. Now Ben Reid on the ball. Can he push forward? That was disappointing, it has to be said. You know, he had a poacher's effort today. I haven't seen anything else from him apart from that. That could be a lasting sort of impression of him. But here he is now, Ben Reid to Makarov. Gets it forward to Venegas on the ball again. Can he get forward to Reid? Here's Magomedov into the middle. Reid's there. Makarov, it's Worthington off the post. Reid was there again, couldn't quite get his foot in, but that was really nice play from us there. And it's 2-0. It's going to finish that way by the looks of it, unless we can grab a late one here. Restrepo to Makarov. Oh, what a goal by Makarov. Facundo Makarov. The assist by Restrepo. He has had a great day and a great game, I should say. A really nice pass there. Makarov, nice touch, and well, that was just easy as you like. Into the top corner, 3-0. We have very much avenged the defeat earlier in the season, and it can give us confidence. Here's Reid. Can we get 4? Well, we're already into overtime, as it were. Surely that's going to be full time now. Biaggi now to Makarov to Worthington. Just blow the whistle. There we go. It's full time. 3-0. Back in form. That's 4 victories in a row now. as we go into the semi-final of the Carabao Cup against Brentford, and it's a great opportunity to get to the final. So let's get off to a good start. Well, just the one change today. Yanez comes in at right back. It's a shaky one. He has just come back from injury. He's only 86% match sharp, but I think we need our best players for this sort of match. Ben Reid gets a nod ahead of the returning Hugh Jones, simply because he's scored in the last 4 games. He deserves a chance to prove himself on one of the biggest stages, and I'm a big believer in that. And yeah, I think he'll smash it today. I have great faith in him to do that. And if he doesn't, we'll bring on Hugh Jones, and hopefully he'll get a hat-trick and pull us over the line. But if we can have another performance like we had against Wolves in the last match today, then we should be out of reach, if you like, in this semi-final. And Ben Reid has just scored. Yes, that's 5 games in a row, 6 games in 6 goals in his first 5 games for Southampton. He's turning into a bit of a superstar. I mean, look at that composure there. That was fantastic. This is the Carabao Cup semi-final. This could be a chance for us to get our hands on some silverware. It'll be our first domestic cup final, I believe, if we do make it. Here's Infante. Can he make it 2-0? Makarov, oh, just wide. Unlucky there. Obviously, it's over 2 legs, so we have to be a little bit careful of assuming things. It's Thomas Woods. I was hoping it would be Tiger Woods, but it's unfortunately Thomas Woods. We'll be keeping an eye on the Liverpool-Man United match as well. Probably prefer Liverpool. I think Liverpool are 8th in the Premier League. Obviously, Man United have beaten us twice this year. I think that would be a very tough match for us in the final. But in a one-off game, I guess, you know, you can beat anybody, but the preference would be Liverpool. It has to be said. Here's Restrepo, now forward to Venegas. That's forward to Makarov. Reid on the ball now to Aguero, can he get into the middle? He can. Venegas makes it 2-0. Roll revert. No, it's not. It's exactly the same as the last match. Reid first, then Venegas, and hopefully Makarov will finish it off, and it will be a complete sort of repeat of what happened against Wolves, which is exactly what I said at the start of this match. If we can play like we did against Wolves, we've got a great chance of putting this semi-final out of Brentford's reach. And 2-0 at half-time, that is certainly going to help us. Hopefully we can consolidate that in this second half. And you feel like if we get a 3-goal lead, then we can just shut up shop slightly in the next semi-final, the second leg, and hopefully get through to the final. That would be terrific if we can do that. But you know, we're not going to be or get too carried away yet. Here's Restrepo on the ball. Bartlett now to Yanez. Forward to Venegas forward to Reid. Reid forward to Aguero. Oh, that is disappointing. You feel like Brett Worthington there maybe would have scored. He's got a bit more of a striker's instinct. I think we're going to bring Reid off. He's had a very good game, but I think it is important to get Hugh Jones back into action as soon as we can, really. So that's going to be the plan for him. Restrepo's tired, but we also don't really have any midfielders going, which may have been an oversight from me. We'll put Diaz in there as a ball-winning midfielder. I think that makes sense. He's a defender. Go and win the ball and just pass it forward. That's all we want you to do for the last 15 minutes. We're going to go counter-attacking. Hopefully we can hang on to this. I've got no real intention of picking me third substitute. I think we've played well. But very, very solid today, you know. Apart from that little pass there, that was very poor. Overall, we've played very well. We've scored 5 goals. We haven't conceded any. We're 2-0 up in the Carabao Cup semi-final. We're up to 12th in the Premier League, I think it was. yeah, things are going well. If you have enjoyed that, then make sure you do leave a like down below. It really does help me out, and it really does mean a lot to me as well. Subscribe to the channel if you would like to see more, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.